Hey, what's up guys? So for today's video, I want to go over some regional lists from this past weekend's results. So first off, we have the German Open that happened. It had about 700 people. And you see here the top 8 was 3 Mitsu Yummy, 2 Malice, and 3 Dracotail. So 2 Malice is, I don't want to say extremely surprising because I think the deck is solid and I've rated the deck pretty highly in my past tier list. But it looks like more and more people are starting to play the deck. And this tournament was on Saturday, right? And on Sunday, apparently like even more people were on Malice, and people were also fighting like Lancia for like the other tournament near this in Europe too. So people were pseudo prepared for it. But let's look at some of the deck lists from the tournament. So we have the Dracotail deck list. The player was Julius, last name who I cannot pronounce. I'm not gonna lie. He played Brandon Dracotail 40 card list, and he chose to play Fallen and the Virtuous, which I've talked about this on the channel before, but this card has utility in Dracotail, because obviously you're already playing Brand Fusion, so you're actually already playing all the targets you really need for the card to function. He's added Rinbrum to the extra deck, and the Beast, the Dragon that devours the Dogma. Rinbrum is pretty cool, because you can send it off the Fallen and like summon back Albaz to like, fuse on the opponent's turn, which is really cool. And then the Dragon that devours the Dogma is a target, so you can like Albaz fuse the two of their guys, so it gives you a little bit of a higher ceiling there. Other non-engine we see Nib Joel, not maining Bell, which I think is correct if you're expecting to play against a lot of Mitsu Yummy. Joel is just gonna be a bit better in that matchup. Bell is pretty poor, I'm not gonna lie, versus the deck. Still in the 3 traps. This should be standard. Playing 2 Pan, 2 Urgula. Looking at the side deck, siding Perulia, Meows, called by Crossout. I don't know how I feel about Crossout. I mean, I guess like for the mirror match it might be okay, but I guess it's fair. But yeah, and siding the third roll. And then we have another list, top 4 by Danilo Siracusa. He also played same deck pretty much. It looks like the same list almost. The main deck's pretty much the same, I'm pretty sure. It's just the side deck that's different. He's choosing to play Bestial, one more Bestial and Cartesia. No call by Crossout. No call by Crossout. And then choosing to play, what's the other difference? I think it's just really just it. Yeah, just these last 4 cards. So it's 2 people with similar deck lists making top 4. I mean, the deck's really strong. Like I said, I think Dracotail is the best pick. I feel like it only gets more so the best pick as the format goes on, and more people get quote-unquote prepared for Mitsu Yummy. But Mitsu Yummy is one of those type of decks where even if you prepare for it a lot, it's still going to be really strong. But now let's look at the Malice, because Malice is starting to see a lot more play in the format, because people are realizing, wait, this deck's actually pretty solid. So we have this list that got second place, by Gabriel Huart. He chose to play Malice. He's playing an alert build, so with some board breakers, drop with Super Poly. Other non-engine is Full Nib, Bestials, Impulse, okay. Ash. Choosing the main deck to Shifter. Might be better for a regional. Siding Dimensional Fissure. Siding Anti-Spell. I don't like Anti-Spell side deck, I'm not gonna cap. I don't think this card is consistently good enough, but yeah. Yeah. I mean, it seems like there's a mix. Some people are on like a ton of hand traps. There's like 20 hand traps. And other people are playing alert with board breakers. It's kind of a mixture between some people thinking you need the consistency and some people thinking the board breakers aren't that great. So yeah, I think we'll see what more people end up choosing as the format goes on. And then we have this list in regional North America, actually, with Kissamee, I believe Florida or somewhere like that. Anywho, it was a regional, 259 duelists, and the top 8 was 3 Malice, which is like, oh my god, I was a bit surprised about. I mean, I know it's a regional, but there's still a ton of Malice, so let's look at some of the deck lists from this. And also, this is like an NA event where it's like the German Open EU, so normally there are some meta differences, but Malice popping off like in both regions. This was the top 8 list. This is actually Snake Eye Malice, which is pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know the exact combo. I'm pretty sure Snake Eye Ash gets you to engine by you go like, I think it's like IP plus some other. It's not even playing IP. I don't. I'm pretty sure it gets you to engine with like Link Rebo, right? I think there's like some sequencing where you make like Link Rebo and other fibers, and then you summon Wicked, and then you go Link Rebo Graveyard Effect, summon itself back out to make like Cybers Wicked. I feel like there's something like that, like maybe like Armrock with Link Rebo. I don't really know exactly, but I think Snake Eye Ash gets you to your Malice engine. Not 100% sure. What do I think about this? It seems just bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how much non-engine is here? 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 non-engine. I mean 15, 16, but it's like 41. So let's just say 15 non-engine. I mean, it's not that little, but also Malice wants to play a lot. I feel like that's the benefit of Malice's format. And then we added like all these extra normal summons to our deck. Like Think of Ash is not very good into Fu Droll, so I don't like it. And we added another brick as well, potentially multiple bricks. I don't. Well, 2 bricks really. Well, another one because of Divine Temple. So yeah, I feel like this is not correct, but I mean it's cute that it like quote unquote functions. But, I mean it's a cute list. I'll say that it's cute, but I don't think it's good. And then we have this list by Eric Velez, top 8 at the regional. We play Mitsu Yummy, playing a mostly standard list. We see no Bell in the main deck, choosing the side deck the Bell instead, just because it really isn't good versus Mitsu Yummy, or not consistently good anyway. Non-engine being Fua, Ash, Droll, Super Poly, and Dark Ruler. Wait, he's playing 5th. He also, okay, I'm looking at, what did he cut? I feel like he cut a card or something like that. Maybe I'm tripping though. I'm like, how do you fit that much? But, I mean, regardless, yeah, he's playing that non-engine. I mean, Fua, Ash, Droll is pretty standard. Fua, Droll are the best cards in the mirror. And Ash, I mean, you need Ash to stop Fua. And also, if you play against, like, Dracotail, it's, like, really good. Dark Ruler, Super Poly are people's, like, board breakers of choice. Super Poly hasn't really been seeing that much play. Or more people have been favoring Dark Ruler. But then as a result, a lot of people have started main decking Purification, so then like Dark Ruler gets a little bit worse, so some mind games there. For the extra deck, he's playing IP, no Gorgon, but I mean he's playing Super Poly, so it makes sense. I mean, you could play Gorgon instead of like Armraj or whatever. For the side deck, choosing to play Wosu, I guess he's scared of Lunalight. Siding a Croaky, siding the Bell, double Cyclone, which I think is the best card against Dracotail, but Thrust Package, which I don't think is really that great. Just not really a great target. Black Oak isn't really good versus Mitsu Yummy. And Anti-Spell, I've already talked about Anti-Spell. Adjustment is solid, and then Purification. Then we have another regional. This was San Antonio, Texas. About 260 duelists. Top 8 was 3 Dracotail, Yummy, or 4 Dracotail, my bad. 2 Yummy, a Salad, and a Christian. So we see Dracotail seeing a ton of success over in the regional level. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Dracotail, pretty strong deck, right? So this was a first place list by Aditya, 2024 national champion, I believe. But yeah, he's played Dracotail. He chose the main deck Bell. He's not playing the Fallen the Virtuous like these guys were. So he chooses the main deck Bell, main deck Magma, which I like the Magma main deck Droll, which I think we'll see more and more people start the main deck in Dracotail. Even though it does make some of your traps a little bit worse going first, I think you still want it, so that, because the matchup versus Mitsu Yummy can be a bit rough sometimes if you aren't prepared for it. For the extra deck, he's choosing to play a very light branded package, no Mirror Jade, because he's going for Sanctifier. So he can play like the Seals package and Cross Sheep. Then for the side deck Lava Golem. Oh my god. People worried about Lunalight that much? I mean, I'm sure he's siding in against another matchup, but I don't know. Maybe he's just, I mean, he's probably just worried about like random rogue stuff, right? He's playing Perulia, he's playing Lava Golem. Rivalry is trash. This card's bad. Don't play Rivalry, please. Fenrir. I mean, I legit made a video about Fenrir, just specifically Fenrir, so I don't think Fenrir is very good. But I mean, 3 traps, yeah, standard. Next, we have K9 Christian by Aaron McKennis. So, yeah, he chose to not play Spell Canceller, and instead he's playing Regulus and the Rabbit, which does make your end board good enough, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not a big Regulus fan, but it's, I mean, the Rabbit's something. We've seen people play Rabbit before. Like, remember you've seen sided Rabbit at the Canadian YCS in August, I believe, or played Rabbit rather. It's an interesting choice. We have other non-engine. Astral, Fluid, Dark Ruler. I mean, this is what we see in the format, right? We see Droll main deck, we see Dark Ruler main deck, Fua Ash, like that's everybody's list. So fair enough. Azuna as a non-engine card. Also, side note, people have been talking about Azuna as like a non-engine card. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Azuna into Lupus, into like Typhon or like Tyrus, Loki only works against bad players most of the time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, it's a little cope. But yeah. And then we have Mitsu Yummy. A mostly standard deck list. Actually, not really. I lied. There's Impermanent main deck. Not really sure why this is the main deck. Maybe you expected some random rogue decks. Siding Solemn Warning. I'm not the biggest fan of Warning in this deck. I feel like people are siding Lightning Storm and Duster, and it plays into that. Yes, you end on Omnis. Yes, you can get Omnis through like Droll or Fua sometimes, but I don't know. It's not It's definitely better in this deck than other decks because you can get Omnis through Droll or Fua. Like Droll, you can end on like Arclight sometimes if you depending on how much Yummy engine you open. If for Fua, you can end on like Purification. So I don't think it's that bad in this deck, but I kind of prefer having other cards instead. But it's not that bad. But say, is he not playing Call By? But like that's crazy. I think Crossout's a little bit better than the Warning. I'll say that, especially in Mitsu Yummy, where you can hit both Mitsu cards and Yummy cards with it as like a hitting engine. I think Crossout should be the 55 for sure. But yeah. Anywho, that's it for the regional deck list from this past weekend. I hope you did enjoy. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about the results, right? Do you think Malice is actually like crazy? Do you think like Dracotail's crazy? Do you think I'm crazy for saying the deck's crazy? Or do you still think like Yummy Mitsu's like the best deck? But yeah. Anywho, have a great day. Peace. Oh my god, oh my god.